soft wind through trees. Morning, forests. Something unusual happened in Whispering Valley that morning. Not a storm, not a flood, not even the cold breath of winter. This time, it was something much smaller. Hidden deep between the roots of an old pine tree, a pair of frightened yellow eyes watched the forest, and those eyes belonged to a wolf cub. The sun slowly rose over Whispering Valley. Golden light stretched across the meadow while leaves rustled gently in the breeze. Luna the white fox lifted her head from the tall grass. She listened again. The sound came once more. Small, shaky, and alone. Luna quietly moved toward the edge of the forest where the hills met the valley floor. Ash followed behind, then whispered to Luna, "Did you hear that?" Luna nodded. Luna said to Ash, "That wasn't a bird, and it wasn't a rabbit." Another small howl echoed across the meadow. Ash's ears dropped. That sounded like a wolf. Ash continued by saying, "Wolves were rarely seen near Whispering Valley when they were." Every animal knew what it meant. Danger. Ash froze and said, "Should we run?" Luna didn't answer immediately. Instead, she walked toward the sound. Ash stared at Luna and asked, "You're going closer?" Luna spoke calmly response. That didn't sound like a hunter. It sounded like someone who needs help. Luna and Ash found the source near a fallen tree at the edge of the forest. A small gray wolf cub sat trembling beneath the roots. Its fur was dusty, its eyes wide with fear, and its belly completely empty. The wolf cub looked up at Luna and Ash. Then it tried to howl again, but only a weak squeak came out. Ash whispered nervously to Luna, "But wolves have packs." Ash looked around the forest.
"Where's the rest of the wolves?"
The small gray wolf cub tried to stand but stumbled. It hadn't eaten in days. River, the otter, suddenly appeared from the stream nearby. River stared at the wolf cub in shock. "Why is there a wolf cub in our valley?" Ash replied to a river, "That's what I want to know." The wolf cub collapsed onto the ground. Luna stepped forward. "He's starving." River blinked. "So what do we do?" Ash spoke what everyone was thinking. If we help him, his pack might come back. Just then, a shadow passed over the clearing. Orion glided down from the branches above. Orion had been watching the entire time. Orion landed beside them and said, "A wolf cub rarely travels alone." Ash looked worried. "Exactly." Orion then said, "However, storms separate families." Luna looked at the wolf cub. Last night's storm was strong. River spoke softly, so he might be lost. The wolf cub whimpered again. Ash paced nervously. If his pack finds him here, they might attack everything. River frowned, but if we leave him like this, he'll starve. Silence filled the clearing. Every animal knew the risk. Luna finally spoke. "Fear doesn't decide who we are." She gently pushed a small piece of fish toward the cub. The cub sniffed it, then devoured it instantly. River gasped. Wow, he really was hungry. Over the next few hours, the animals watched carefully, including Luna, River, Ash, and Orion. The small wolf cub slowly gained strength. Ash kept scanning the hills for wolves. River brought more fish. Luna stayed closest to the cub. Orion turned his head sharply toward the hills. Something was moving in the distance. Footsteps coming down the hill. Large ones. Ash froze, then said, "Please tell me that's not." Orion responded quietly. "A wolf." The wolf cub lifted its head from the ground and wagged its tail. "Oh no." Ash braced himself. If that's his mother. The trees rustled. large gray wolf slowly stepped into the clearing, but she wasn't growling. She wasn't hunting. She looked relieved. The wolf cautiously approached the cub. The wolf cub ran toward her. She gently nudged him with her nose. The animals watched carefully. The wolf looked at Luna, Ash, River, and Orion. For a moment, no one moved. Then the wolf did something unexpected. She lowered her head. A silent thank you. Ash whispered, "Did she just thank us?" Orion nodded slowly. Kindness travels farther than fear. The wolf and her cub disappeared back into the forest. The valley grew quiet again. Reba exhaled. That could have gone very differently. Ash nodded. Yeah. Luna looked toward the trees. Sometimes helping a stranger is the bravest thing you can do. Orion spread his wings. And sometimes it changes the story. As night fell over the whispering valley, the animals settled into the quiet forest. But far beyond the hills, dark clouds were already gathering, and the river was beginning to slow. Tomorrow, the valley will face a new mystery. The river that stopped flowing.